Another Stephen King adaptation had just come out called The Boogeyman. It is not related to the Boogeyman trilogy that came out in the early 2000s or the ones that came out in the 80s. I think it was the 80s. Stephen King's stories have been used to create some of the best horror movies and even some of the worst horror movies. So where does this one lie? Well, I thought this movie was going to be pretty bad, pretty generic, but I think I was kind of wrong. It was a pretty entertaining movie, slow pacing. I did not care for the pacing, at least in the middle of the film, but I thought there was a lot of good camera work, a lot of good suspense, and I thought the monster was really done well. And although I'm not a big fan of jump scares in movies, I think this film utilizes them perfectly. There's a lot of tension throughout the movie that leads to some really good scares. I think all the characters are done very well, and I think well acted and likable. There is one character added later on that makes the film kind of hokey, and I didn't really buy into it. It was kind of cheesy. From the monster design to the scares to the direction, I think this movie is a solid horror flick. It's an easy B-.